Okay, fantastic. Let's see here. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, one thing I do want to do. Okay, so Alt H. Wow, it automatically picked up my. Oh, I did that earlier. Alt H takes my hat off, my helmet off, and puts it on my belt. That is cool. That is cool. I like that. What I'm looking for is a ship that's multi-crew but relatively small, so that I can take a look at the engineering on it. This is an old enough ship that it doesn't have, so it's not going to have. Alright, so let's see here. We don't have components, do we? We do have components. We have components. Do we have... I thought there was a screen in here. We have a fire extinguisher. Ooh, we can equip the fire extinguisher. Alright. So, okay, so is this working? It is not. Okay, well, let's see here. Power on.
How can this help you today? Systems on.
Okay, so we have that. And actually, let's do a... Wow. Just wow. Upper deck is where I want. Alright, and I want to take a look. Okay, so where is... Well, first off, let's take a look here. So we have 2 fuses in there, which we usually only have 1. Okay. And I'm going to assume we have the same number over here. Yep, 2 fuses. Okay. Shield generator. Okay. Ah, here we are. This is what I'm looking for. Alright, I'm going to turn off the global. Alright, well, let's... There we go. Alright, so I can... Alright, that's actually cool. Fixed. Interesting. Everything says fixed. Not sure what that is. Fixed. Guns, okay. Alright, so this tells me what... This is a quick way to tell me what's not working. Fantastic. Wow. Okay, 3D view. Yep, and I've got... Okay, so right mouse button is up, down, left, right. Left mouse button is to turn, is tilt, spin. Fantastic. Alright, whoop. Settings, okay. Whoa! That's not what I wanted to do. Okay. That says 3D view. Okay. Alright, there we go. Settings. Defaults. Engine. Okay, good. The shield generator. Quantum drives. Okay, so this is an SEM. This is the stuff that can be used in SEM. This is what can be used in nav. Cool. Radar. Okay. Quantum drive, I can't turn it on because this is live support. Okay. Alright. Cooler. 2 coolers. Okay. Now, ship is not turned on. Oh, we've got this up here. Yep. Disabled. Okay. Did I turn the engine on? That's not what I was expecting. Alright. Actually, I suppose I could do it from over here, right? Well, it looks like I did turn the engines on. Interesting. Boy, it's a shame that doesn't work. That would be a useful... I guess in the future, right? Alright. Alright, so it looks... Stop. There we go. So, yeah, that tab needs to change a little bit. Okay. Shield generators. Oh, I see. So as we turn things on, we dump stuff. Okay. Okay, so the power plant has... Oh, nice. That's nice. Alright, so we want coolers to be cool. Now, my question, I've got 44 messages. Okay, so if I go through and I... Alright, that's kind of cool. Alright, no messages. Fuel, hydrogen empty. Interesting. Alright, so our cooling system is good. Life support is good, healthy. Now, I thought... Well, let's go look. Ah. Okay. But I can't name it. That's not what I wanted. Okay, well, let's see here. Can I can't. Alright, so let's see here. I want... shields. Alright. Alright, I think... Alright, so we can't... apparently... Alright, so I can't name it, apparently. At least not yet. That's a shame. Alright, so let's turn some stuff on. Let's see here. We want... we want full shields. We want powered engines and weapons. Interesting, now it's on. So now I've got full power to everything, right? Okay. Let us check. It says we have no hydrogen fuel. Okay. All right. All right. Well, it says that. Alright, so it says it's 24 degrees back here. Why is that? Because it's the engineering? There's the power plants, okay. Got two ACOM. Okay, I know. All right, so we got two of them. That's why it's showing two. All right, so we got that preset. That's interesting. I'm pretty sure I had just set those and we had a whole bunch left, but okay. And now we've got nothing left. That's interesting. Cannon. Rhino repeater. Okay. Placeholder. Okay, that's our jump module. Okay, these are Lux Core power plant. Okay. %. It is dropping. That's interesting. Okay, shield generator. Oh, that's the relay. Okay. 2 of 2, 2 of 2, okay. That's the cooler. That's the cooler. Alright, health is 100%, but wear and tear is dropping. Okay. What's the emergency? Okay, so we can get rid of that. But that's a good to know. Where are the emergencies? Placeholder. What is that? There's only one of them, and it's up front. Oh, that's the docking port. Okay. All right. Oh, there's... Okay. Interesting. So I keep seeing these large white areas every time I click on doors, and I'm going, what is this? What are these? And then suddenly I realize those are the doors for the cargo bay. They are literally that large, and that's why they show it this way. They're not the small doors that you see, the little lines, vertical lines between the compartments. But it took me a while to figure that out. I was so busy thinking about what was on the upper floor that it didn't even occur to me that those were... Okay, that makes sense now. Alright, items, that's gonna be... What is this? Oh, it's a fuse. There's a fuse up there? Really? Huh. Okay. Is that upstairs or downstairs? That's probably upstairs, right? Although most likely it's downstairs. That would be up on the bridge if it's upstairs. It's possible. I mean, the Idris has fuses on the bridge. Yes, they're right there on the bridge. Interesting. That's very interesting. Huh. Okay. So I'm standing here looking at this device below the fuses that looks a whole lot like a rack-mounted server of some sort, trying to figure out what it is. I had never noticed that before. Well, I figured out later that it's the radar. Okay, so there's nothing in the computer slot. Alright. You know, it'd be nice when these are working as well. It'd be nice to have an engineering station, at least a monitor up here. And okay, we've got life support. Gravity generator. We don't have one there yet, but we've got life support. Okay. Yeah, it'll be nice to have. I mean, gravity and life support information right here will be nice to have. And then, you know, over on this wall, a monitor just to monitor. I'm actually surprised this room doesn't have windows. I would expect this to have windows. It's a main habitation room. Clicking doesn't do anything. Alright, so this isn't as bad as I had feared it would be. I've got basically 3 screens here. We've got the 3D view, which allows us to... That's interesting. Oh, you're... Okay, you're telling me I was looking at it from the bottom. Okay. Wow, I can't get a top view. It always shows me from the bottom. That's interesting. Alright, but that, actually... So there's the... Yes, that looks better. That shows me these are the doors. Alright. Alright. So this is going to be one of those where you looking at it from the side is going to probably be the most beneficial, at least to start. So here are the two elevators. Here's the elevators. Elevator 1, 2. There's an elevator over here too. So that once I know, you see, this would have been the way to look at items too, because then I would have known the fuse. That says radar. Surveyor radar. Interesting. So it's saying the radar, not the fuse. Interesting. Life support generator, yes, okay. That's the airlock, okay. There's a relay. Oh, I see. Okay, so the radar and the fuse is right above it. The relay. Okay. Alright. It does say radar relay. Okay, so I was wondering what that looked like. It looked like a bunch of blades, but that's the radar. Okay. Alright, so everybody's gonna have to know what their ship carries, where things are at. Alright, well, okay. I think I've figured out the basics. It occurs to me that engineering is going to be both more complex, yet less complicated than most people believe. Will it pay to have an engineer on board your multi-crew ship? Absolutely. If something goes wrong, you're going to need someone who can do just that while you're flying the ship. On a regular day-to-day basis, they probably won't have a whole lot to do, although based on what I'm seeing here, it looks like they're going to have the ability to create profiles for things like taking off, regular SCM flight, another profile for quantum or getting ready for quantum, another profile for in quantum. So they'll be back here swapping profiles, giving you power to the things you need, removing power from the things you can't use or don't need. For example, you can't use your shields in quantum or when you're spooling for quantum, so you would have a profile for quantum that doesn't have any shields. That happens automatically, but the power, I haven't tested it, but I'll bet that the power stays to the shields. So being able to switch to a profile for quantum drive that removes power from shields and puts it to engines or something to that effect would be useful. So I absolutely can see where this will be a nearly full-time job for someone on a ship. Not necessarily in a single crew, single person fighter, but definitely on a multi-crew ship. This is going to be a job, and it's going to be a highly paid job for people who know what they're doing. Anyway, that's what I got for you today. This is just me bumbling around or inside of a ship in the tech preview to try and figure out what I could. I certainly didn't figure everything out, but I figured a few things out. I won't be completely lost when this hits live. Anyway, till next time, see ya!